Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Coach Frank, and I wanted to talk real quick about our player rules and expectations. So if you ever have any questions, you can refer back to this. So I will try to get going as quick as I can. Welcome everybody also to the 2024 year. I hope we have a lot of fun and some good times. If I lose where the camera is, I apologize. I'm an old dude, right? Okay, so number one, coach always expects us to hustle. There's days where you're tired, you don't feel like doing things like that, but we run on and off the field. We don't walk, we don't take our time, because if you do, then it slows everybody down, and then everybody may have to do some extra running. You never know. So please make sure that you hustle as much as you can on and off the field, and I'm sure myself and the coaches will remind you. Also, the umpires like to keep games moving. So we may need that extra time at the end of a game. So make sure you get on and off the field quick, or at practice, we don't have a lot of time. We want to get to where we're going quick so we can move on to the next thing. We'll always respect our coaches, our parents, and our players. I'm kind of old school, so I expect you to treat your parents with respect. I expect you to treat your coaches and or any other parents that might be helping out with respect. So never talk back, never yell at a coach. If you do, I will talk to you. I'll take you to the side, and then you may have to do some extra sprints or push-ups or something like that. But part of being part of my teams is we all respect each other. Okay? We don't use profanity. Of course, we don't use any drugs or anything like that. So when we're out there, I don't want to hear a bunch of garbage mouth. It doesn't make you smarter when you're cursing a lot. Every now and then, I'm human. I might slip one out, right? I'm a veteran, a Marine veteran, so and I grew up in a military family, and unfortunately there was a lot of cursing going on. But what I learned a long time ago is that it doesn't make you smarter just because you use colorful words. You're going to practice good sportsmanship. Let's say someone on the other team hits a double, knocks 2 runs in, they take the lead, and we're not happy because, you know what, it's a tight game. Sorry about my dog up there. But anyway, if that player gets to second base, and let's say you're playing shortstop, but it was a great hit, there's nothing wrong with going, hey, you know what? Great hit, good job, or good hustle, whatever it might be. But then tune your brain back in and be ready to attack the next pitch. So if you're not happy with a call the umpire makes, or the other team's taunting you, in one ear, out the other, it's okay. Umpire-wise, I make those decisions. I'll go out and talk to the umpire. We're not going to sit there and complain that we're getting a bunch of bad calls, because guess what? Then you can't move on to the next play. Bad calls are going to happen, right? There's actually kids your age that are umpiring. There's adults that make mistakes. Every day in life, things happen that maybe you didn't want it to happen that way. It is what it is. You just got to deal with it, overcome, and move on with it. We only get like an hour and 40 to play every game, I think is what it is this year. I'll find out. If other players are yelling at you, or fans, don't let it make you mad. In one ear, out the other, just move on, okay? Whatever decisions are made by myself or the umpires, or maybe another coach, you just got to deal with it. Just be okay with it, and it's all right after practice or a game to come talk to coach if you have questions. Whether we win or we lose, we handle it the same, all right? So we're going to win with grace, we're going to lose with grace. So if let's say somebody scores a run in the last inning to beat us, it's going to hurt, and it's okay to not be happy about losing, but don't lose your temper. It is what it is. Look at next time we play, how can we make this so it doesn't happen again? But it's baseball. You got to get lucky breaks. You got to get lucky bounces. You just got to learn to deal with it. So make sure that if that's an issue of yours, which we all have our own issues, I hate losing too. It's all right. Move on. I'm never going to quit, no matter what the score looks like, or if you feel like, man, I'm not getting to do this, or I'm not getting to play there. It's okay. Don't quit. Never quit until it's over. And in life, never quit. If you have a test that you didn't do well on, study harder next time. Don't quit. Keep fighting no matter what happens until that whistle goes and it's over with, okay? Let's see, work ethic. Work hard. We cannot be a good baseball team if you all of a sudden show up to a game without practicing or trying hard in practice and think it's going to work and everything's going to be great. No, you work hard and hope it works out during the game. Our practices should be a lot harder than what a game is. I want us to practice very hard. I want us to be tired, even get frustrated, coach, because he's moving us so much. So when we get to a game, it's just a game, and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You're just out there playing and having fun, okay? If nobody's watching you, let's say you're supposed to be over there doing some warm-ups or doing some throwing or long tossing and nobody's watching, or you're supposed to be up in your room doing homework but you're up there kind of on your phone or whatever. Let's not do that. The best players, the best people in life, the people that go the furthest are the ones when people aren't watching, they're still working hard. So that's what we want to do here. If you're not sure what I'm talking about there, come talk to me. I'll be happy to help you out. So that's just getting a good work ethic is what that is. If you strike out, if you get frustrated on my team, there is no throwing bats. There's no throwing gloves out of frustration or helmets. If you strike out, you turn and you run back to the dugout. Okay, he got me that time. I'm going to get him next time. Or maybe you just froze and didn't swing. Or it was a pitch that the umpire called a strike that there was no way on the good Lord's earth you could hit it anyway. It's all right. It happens. Come back. Get ready for the next one. Get ready to go out in the field. It's okay. If the catcher drops a ball, boom, run down to first base. Whatever the situation is, don't let anger take over and ruin your game and ruin your fun, really. Plus, I've seen people get hit with bats. It's not good. Sorry, Coach needs a little bit of his coffee. I'm trying to shut this up a little bit sooner than I was planning on because I'll go over this stuff. As you'll learn, Coach likes to talk sometimes. Let's see. I'm always going to prioritize safety, so don't throw a ball at somebody if they're not looking or don't have any idea that it might be coming. Don't toss a bat to somebody if they're not sure what's coming, okay? So be safe. Don't pitch if a catcher's not even paying attention or not looking. We don't want to hurt anybody. You'll feel terrible, I'm sure. We've already talked about self-control and not getting really mad. Be encouraging to others. Be a great teammate. If you have someone that maybe is a little down on themselves, or let's say they're not up to your par yet in how they field or run or hit, well, help them out. We're only as strong as our weakest player, right? As in weakest, as in skill, not as a person. So make sure you're a good person to others. You're a great teammate to others and help them out if needed, okay? Or maybe somebody didn't understand the drill that Coach gave us to do, which might happen because sometimes I can be a little confusing, right? There's a lot of things going through my head with a little bit of time. Let's see, during the games, you will stay in the dugout. We don't go run around. We don't go looking for our parents. We don't go to the bathroom unless you specifically asked myself or one of the other coaches and you have permission. So when you're in the game, you're in the dugout. You're paying attention to the game. You're cheering on your buddies. You're not talking with friends from school through the fence and things like that, all right? So stay involved in the game. School is important to me. I don't remember if I said that earlier, but you've got to be doing good in school. Do the best. If the best you can do is not straight A's, but you're working hard at it, I can live with that. But if you're not turning in homework and your parents let me know that you're not even trying at school, even if you're the best player we have on the team, you're probably not going to play as much because I want you to do the best you can in all avenues of your life. Nobody's perfect, but do the best you can. Let's see. No matter where you play, all right, we got a couple more minutes here. No matter where Coach puts you, no matter where the ball game happens, you may end up, let's say you want to be a first baseman, but I've got you in left field. Well, then be the doggone best left fielder you can. Every position on the field is important. You never know where a ball's going to be hit. You never know where a ball might get by somebody. So you want to make sure that wherever you're at, you're wanting the coach to see you trying really hard. So maybe you can get to first base. Maybe somebody's better than you there, or maybe somebody needs to get some reps there, right? We want everybody on my teams. I want you all to play many positions, but everybody will either have an outfield position and an infield position, or maybe a couple. Everybody plays outfield. We don't have anybody that just sits in the infield and others just sit in the outfield. That's not the way I work, right? It's better for you to be an all-around ball player if you learn multiple positions. Okay, and let's see. The last thing I was going to say, and we'll go over more as the season goes on, and we see what maybe we need to work on. Because again, nobody's perfect. We all have flaws. If one of these things I talked about happens, then it's okay. We can get by and we can work with it. But make sure you learn from your mistakes as much as you can. Okay, so if maybe you weren't hustling in off the field and coach gets on you, instead of getting mad, learn from that, and then next time hustle off the field. If maybe there's somebody that needs some help, doesn't understand what a relay is, instead of getting frustrated because that individual doesn't know where to throw the ball to you, if you're playing, let's say, shortstop, then help them out. So let's help each other learn from mistakes, and let's learn from our own mistakes. Okay, I'm going to cut this thing here. I know it's getting long, but I wanted everybody to kind of have an idea of what the rules are. You've got to follow the rules, or it definitely will affect your playing time. And I hope that doesn't happen. I hope we all have a great year and everybody gets a lot of at-bats and a lot of playing time. This is Coach Frank, and we'll see you soon.